Hello, my dear friends. Today we are going to speak about the Black Forest cake. The famous German cake, Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte, translates to Black Forest cherry cake in English. It is named after the Black Forest region, Schwarzwald, in the southwest Germany, though the cake itself does not come from there directly. The name likely refers to the use of Kirschwasser, cherry schnapps, a specialty from the Black Forest area, which is traditionally used to flavor the cake. The cake is rich and decadent, with layers of chocolate sponge cake, whipped cream, and cherries. The sponge is often soaked with a bit of Kirschwasser, giving it a subtle, fruity kick. Topped with more whipped cream, chocolate shavings, and cherries, it is a perfect balance of sweet, tart, and creamy. Here are ingredients for a gluten-free chocolate sponge cake. 5 large eggs, room temperature, 150 grams, 3/4 cup granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 100 gram, 3/4 cup gluten-free all-purpose flour, 30 grams, 1/4 cup unsweetened cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon baking powder, gluten-free, and a pinch of salt. That's all. In a large mixing bowl, whisk the eggs and granulated sugar using an electric mixer on high speed for about from 8 to 10 minutes until the mixture becomes thick, pale, and triples in volume. The batter should leave a ribbon-like trail when you lift the whisk. Gently fold the vanilla extract, taking care not to deflate the batter. Sift the dry ingredients over the whipped egg mixture in 2 additions. Using a spatula, gently fold the dry ingredients into the batter in a circular motion, ensuring there are no pockets of flour. Be careful not to overmix. Bake in the preheated oven for 20–30 minutes or until the cake springs back when lightly touched and a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. Remove the pans from the oven and let the cakes cool in the pans for 10 minutes. Then carefully run a knife along the edges, invert the cakes onto a white rack, and peel off the parchment paper. Allow the cakes to cool completely before assembling the Black Forest cake. The gluten-free chocolate sponge cake is light, fluffy, and perfect for laying with whipped cream and cherries to create a classic Schwarzwald Kirschtorte. Now you need some ingredients for the whipped cream filling. 600 milliliters, 2½ cups heavy whipped cream, cold, 50 grams, 1/4 cup granulated sugar or powdered sugar, sifted, optional for smoother texture, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon kirsch. Cherry brandy, it's optional. I used 1 jar, about 700 gram sour cherries in juice, in light syrup. So I would like to give here instructions for preparing the special German cherry filling. First of all, I drained the cherries. Pour the jar of cherries through the sieve, collecting the cherry juice in a separate bowl. Set the cherries aside. Measure out 200 milliliters, 3/4 cup of the cherry juice for the filling. Mix the cornstarch slurry. In a small bowl, mix 3 tablespoons of the cherry juice with 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Stir until smooth and lump-free. This will be used to thicken the cherry sauce. Then cook the cherry juice. In a small saucepan, combine the remaining cherry juice and sugar. Place over medium heat and stir gently until the sugar dissolves. Slowly add the cornstarch mixture to the saucepan while stirring constantly. Reduce the heat to low and let the mixture simmer in for 2 minutes, stirring constantly until it thickens to a glossy sauce-like consistency. Remove the saucepan from the heat and let the cherry filling cool completely before using it to assemble the cake. It will continue to thicken as it cools. Then you need more ingredients for the cream. You need 1 can at about 400 grams sweetened condensed milk, room temperature, and 250 grams unsalted butter, softened to room temperature. Whip the butter. In a large bowl, beat the softened butter with the mixture on medium speed until light, fluffy, and pale. It is about 3 minutes. Then add the condensed milk. Gradually add the condensed milk, 1–2 tablespoons at a time, while whipping. This prevents curdling and ensures a smooth texture. Keep whipping until the cream is smooth, silky, and fully combined. Do not overmix to avoid splitting. If needed, refrigerate the cream for 20 minutes to firm up before using. The taste is indulgent but not overly heavy. The whipped cream keeps it light, while the cherries add a refreshing contrast to the chocolate. When I lived in Germany, I first tasted Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte in a small cafe, and the cake's light texture, sweet cherries, and hint of Kirschwasser made it unforgettable. Every bite reminded me of the beautiful forest and charming traditions of the region. After leaving Germany, I started missing that unique cake. But there was a problem. I have a celiac disease, which means I cannot eat anything with gluten. Buying a really made Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte without gluten turned out to be nearly impossible. And this left me longing even more for the dessert that once brought me so much joy. Determined not to give up, I decided to bake the cake myself and adapt the recipe to make it gluten-free. I searched the internet for an authentic German recipe and carefully adjusted it, substituting the regular flavor with a gluten-free mix. It was a challenge, but I was excited to finally create a cake that I could safely enjoy. When the gluten-free Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte was ready, the kitchen smelled heavenly, and it felt like a little piece of Germany had come to life in my home. And the taste brought back all the memories of my time in Germany, and knowing I made it myself and gluten-free made it even more special.